man. Let's talk about the guy who's gonna be the #1 draft pick this year. That is Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg and the Duke Blue Devils are in the Final Four. He had him a hell of a weekend, man. He had 16 points, 9 rebounds against Alabama in the Elite Eight, and he had 30 in the Sweet 16 against Arizona. So speaking my language today, gangland, I'm not gonna hold you. But yeah, man, Cooper Flagg. I watched both games this week. I don't know why I'm watching like I'm scouting like the Bulls got a chance, but they don't. But I was watching the game, and the first comparison that came to my mind watching this kid is he looks like a white Jayson Tatum. And by the way, I thought that nigga was mixed for a long time. And by a long time, I meant till last year when I watched that starting 5 on Netflix. Like, hey, he got 2 black parents. Okay, didn't know that. But that's who Cooper Flagg kind of reminds me a little bit. And he looks like a more aggressive Jayson Tatum. Even though Jayson Tatum, I give it to him, has been very aggressive this year, even more than I saw last year. We'll see if that translates to the playoffs. But that's who I kind of see out of Cooper Flagg. Pav, do you like that comparison, or does he remind you of somebody else?
I don't like that comparison, but I don't like that. Granted, I'm not going to sit here and act like I watch a whole bunch of Duke games. I've not watched a whole bunch of Duke games. They're in the Final Four now, so I probably pay more attention to these games. I think they have a very great shot at winning it all. But for what I've seen of him, I would make the comparison as you could either be Scottie Pippen or you could be Josh Smith. It's for me when I look at Cooper Flagg. I think that
that's a crazy extreme.
It ain't though.
Either Hall of Famer, either first ballot Hall of Famer or Josh Smith.
It ain't though. Like Scottie Pippen is the evolved version of all like the point forwards who could play point forwards. He's the best one outside of LeBron James. He's the best one who's done it. And I think that's what I see from Cooper Flagg. I don't know if Cooper Flagg is gonna be. I don't know if Cooper Flagg is gonna be someone who scores 30 a night in the league the way Tatum. Tatum don't score 30 a night, but he gets close to 30 a night. I don't know if he's gonna be that
Tatum didn't score 30 a night right away. It took him a couple years.
Yeah, but he averaged like I think 18 his rookie year, or like 16 or something like that his rookie year. Like
he can average 16, I believe.
I think that Cooper Flagg might be a guy who might give you again. This is the great stat line: 22, 8, and 8. Now, if you give me 22, 8, and 8, that's a great player. If you give me 22, 8, and 8 for a decade, you are going to the Hall of Fame. But I don't know if he's going to be a guy who can be your #1 option on any basketball team. I don't know. But I do like his defense. I think he passes and sees the game very well. But I'm not gonna lie to you. It could because he's white. But
I'm not saying it's definitely because he's white.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm not as like I'm not gonna say he don't jump off the I'm not saying he don't jump off the screen, but I don't think he jumps off the screen to me as much as other people as like his Rucker video. Like his Rucker video look crazy. He don't look like that in the NCAA, to me at least. So yeah, that's my opinion on Cooper Flagg. I think he's more either granted, Scottie Pippen is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Scottie Pippen is a great comparison.
Scottie Pippen
is great, but Josh Smith is crazy.
It's not. Josh Smith gave you like 16, 7, and 6, 5.
If Cooper Flagg ends up being Josh Smith, he's a failure. He's a bust. He's a bust. I think Colin Cowherd said it, and I actually thought that this person was going to get mad, but I actually agree with him. He said that if Cooper Flagg has Kevin Love's career, he's a bust. And then Kevin Love, I thought I was going to cuss him out. He was like, no, I understand where you're coming from as far as like the skill set and everything he has. Toast, I don't know how much you watched the tournament or of Duke or anything this year, but what does Cooper Flagg remind you of?
So Scotty's actually what I was thinking about. I text one of my homies who went to Duke, and I said, yo, is this the greatest white American basketball player we've had since Larry? I said, because I remember, like, Kevin Love had 31-31. Like, Kevin Love was nice. Like, remember him at UCLA. But Cooper jumped off the tape to me, and I was like, yo, because I hate Duke. Like, I wanted to go to Maryland just to boo JJ Redick. That's how much I hate Duke. But he's nice. Like, Cooper's dead ass. Like, I was like, yo, this kid is actually legitimately, like, really, like, he's what they say he is. So, yeah, I think he might be the greatest white American basketball player since Larry. And we've had a few, but he's up there. Like, he's generally up there. And I think it's going to be interesting to see where they're going to rig it to where he's going to go next year. Because, I mean, LeBron said that's what they did. So I'm only going to go by what LeBron said. But, yeah, I'm interested to see where he goes next year. I know a couple Wizards fans who were saying that they want him to get there. I'm like, the Wizards right now is like a badass daycare. I don't think Cooper should be going to badass daycare. But, listen, the kid's nice. He's very, very nice. And his defense.
He's going to Utah. He's going to Utah.
No, he's not, bro.
He's going to Utah. They're going to send that white man to Utah. He's going to Utah.
But see, look, if you want this white man to have the biggest platform, and by the way, white America has been starving for a true American
for 40 years.
Since Larry
from Maine.
Yeah, since Larry Bird.
And he's from Maine. He's really white. He's from a place where you don't even know white people. He's from a place where we don't even know people from. Maine. You don't even know nobody from Maine.
I don't. I've only driven through Maine.
You know nobody from. It's only him. You ain't drive through no fucking Maine.
I've driven through Maine before. Like
why did you drive through Maine?
Who knows when we were going? It wasn't me personally driving.
How the fuck you drive to Maine? How you get?
I don't know.
Where was you going to get there?
I don't remember where we was going.
You gotta go up.
I wasn't driving a car, nigga. I wasn't driving a car, nigga. So I don't know.
Where was you going?
I know. I was a kid. So I don't
going
remember.
to Canada?
No, I've never been to Canada.
Yo, I was just looking up. Cooper Flagg's Wikipedia, right? I looked up where he's from. 4 out of 5 people that's notable from his town are all politicians.
Yeah. Maine? He from Maine? Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't shit out there.
Ain't shit out there.
I don't think he from Portland, Maine. Niggas from like a random city in Maine.
He's from Newport.
Didn't even know that even existed.
He from Kennebunkport. That's where Bush went after he was gone. Don't ask me how I know.
That's a random fact. But Bang, what you think about Cooper Flagg?
Man, I was thinking Jayson Tatum with you. But then I thought about how Jayson Tatum is a direct descendant from Scottie Pippen as well. So it makes sense. He's I would say more like Jayson Tatum because of the build. His body he just seems a lot thicker than Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was a skinny,
that's
lanky
a double
forward.
pause.
It's a double pause. He was a skinny, lanky, small forward, whereas Cooper knows he has something to him. So I was thinking more to Jayson Tatum, but it does make sense. That's just really hard to just. All of that is pause, but y'all get what I'm saying.
I get it.
He has something to him. It's crazy, by the way. He has something to him. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Trying. Like I don't want to put him, but see, here's the thing. And this might sound bad, what I'm about to say. Even though they rave about what he was doing during the Team USA practices, USA Team Select, he's not gonna be anything more than Gordon Hayward until I actually see him out there. Because it's not like we've not had these great white hopes before. Shit, niggas thought when Danny Ferry came into the NBA that he was going to be the next Larry Bird. Like I think it was Gilbert Arenas that said that being called the next Michael Jordan is a definite self. There's no way for you to win by being the next Michael Jordan. Well, I think it's worse by saying that somebody's going to be the next Larry Bird. Or the best white person since Larry Bird, because there's going to be a whole bunch of white people who are the majority of the United States that are going to be hoping that you fulfill the legacy of one of like Larry Bird. That's why Caitlin Clark ass was so big, because she's the closest thing to Larry Bird since Larry Bird. When is the last great white basketball player that we could speak of? Outside of Larry Bird, like Kevin Love wasn't really great. Like he wasn't great, like a superstar. Like oh my God, like really? When you think about it, that shit ended with John Stockton. I can't tell you a real great white basketball player after John Stockton retired. There's been a lot of good ones.
A lot of solid white
guys and shit. But when we say Larry Bird, to me, is still one of the 10 best basketball players of all time, to the point where This man might have become, in the last 5 years, the most underrated basketball player of all time.
Sure.
The
Yeah.
nigga that talks shit to the Atlanta Hawks with a left hand and dropped 40 on them bitches. The Larry Bird is one of the GOATs, and because he's white, they take that away from him now. So Cooper, if he's gonna be that, he got a lot to live up to. And not saying that he can't, because it's about that time.
And I don't know if y'all been watching the Boston Celtics Last Dance documentary, but the last episode spotlighted Larry. And all the stories you hear about this nigga, like, of course you hear the Michael Jordan stories, but I think the player I've heard the most stories about, like, this nigga was wild, is Larry Bird. And, like, they just kind of, like, double down on that. So that's definitely some big shoes to fill.
Yo, by the way, when I was watching that documentary,
those are Europeans, Damien. Those are Europeans.
You can't claim Luka and Joker.
We're talking about white
American
men
white
from
people.
America.
Yeah,
American white, which is a different breed of white.
Right.
These are the people that are hopping on Air Force One and making decisions and shit. But
right.
Talking about the Celtics, I was watching a documentary, right, and they were basically saying that like the NBA ratings were down. Someone was like, nobody wants to see a nigger on TV, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? But Larry Bird came in and just changed everything around. I was like, damn, like they really hated it. They put the NBA on tape delay because there was too many black people in the NBA. I was like, that's wild.
That's how trash the 70s were in the NBA. I didn't know the Celtics won a couple championships in the 70s.
They won like 2.
They won 3. I think they won 3. Yeah, Havlicek and Dave Cowan. They won 3, bro.
I know about Dave Cowens because Dave Cowens went to Florida State, and my dad's from Tallahassee, Florida, so my dad actually met Dave Cowens.
Yeah, Dave Cowens. They love that white man, and then as soon as that nigga Larry Legend got there, but it was him and Magic. It was a perfect combination right there, man. So we'll see what Cooper Flagg ends up being. Adam Silver freeze the envelope. Nobody wants to see. Nobody but Pappy wants to see this nigga in Salt Lake City.
Utah. You going to Philly? You going to Philly?
No, they don't deserve anything either. No, they had their opportunities and they jacked.
I'm with you.
What did Batista say? Give me what I want. Send him to the west side of Chicago.
Give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
What I want. To the Bulls, bro.
I don't know.
First of all, the Bulls not gonna have a lottery pick. They're gonna make the playoffs.
They're not gonna make the playoffs, my nigga.
All right, watch.
They're not winning 2 playing games.
All right, watch.
They're not winning 2 playing games.
All right. You're gonna be very mad when they get swept
I
by the
will be mad if they make playoffs. If they make the playoffs, I'm going to be pissed.
Right.
There's absolutely
Josh
no
Giddey
reason.
Gonna have a 30-point triple-double in the goddamn playing game, and you're gonna be mad as hell.
I would see Pappy's break because he knows how I rate I would be over this.
No, excuse me. He's going to the Brooklyn Nets. He's going to the Brooklyn Nets.
I can see that, but come on, man. No, I can see that 100%.
He's going to an East Coast team. If that nigga's from Maine, he's going to an East Coast team.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. One of them Thunder picks gonna end up being the first round, and he gonna be
no goddamn way.
Boy, he gonna be Shay's running mate. All right,
no,
all right.
Now that I would like no.
That's when we That's when we know that shit is real corrupt. That's when we go
rig that shit, bro.
No. Adam Silver, you owe me, nigga. You owe me. Anyway, I want to get. Go to hell. I want to get Catch. I'm Not Gonna Hold You, hosted by Scott Lewis every Monday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on HNB Media and the Barbershop Network.